Hello students, good morning. Today we have got English lecture and we'll do poem today. So in your textbook, come to page number 46, poem number 2.1 and the name of the poem is Animals. This is a very beautiful poem written by Walt Whitman. Now let us see introduction of the poet. Walt Whitman, he was born in the year 1819 and died in the year 1892. A major figure in early American poetry. In an age when all poetry was rhythmed and metrical, Whitman made a break with tradition and wrote a revolutionary new kind of poetry in free verse. Now, free verse means what? Now, there will be no rhyming words in the poem. He was a non-conformist in all aspects, including his social life. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with animals than humans. Means what? The poet is very much comfortable with the animals than with the humans. What he finds complicated and false. So he thinks that human life is full of complication and it's a very false life. Now, we will do the introduction of the poem. Please pay attention. Walt Whitman was shown the comparison between human beings and animals. So in this poem, the poet has made a comparison between humans and animals. He has pointed out the evils present inside the human brain, which he thinks animals don't have. So what he thinks today human beings brain is full of evils, means he keeps on thinking on unwanted things, not like the animals. That is why he thinks that animals are much better than human beings, and poet thinks in today's life, in today's world, as compared to human beings, animals are much more better. We will revise the poem, we will summarize the poem. Now, let us see what is the summary of the poem. In the poem Animals, the poet has described his will to become an animal. So, what the poet wants, he wants to become an animal because he thinks animals are far better than human beings. Human beings are greedy and full of jealousy. You know, in today's life, human beings are very greedy and they are very jealous against each other. But animals are calm and self-contained. Self-contained means animals are happy with what they have. They never complain about miseries and sorrows. Who never complain? The animals. The animals don't complain about their sorrows. On the other hand, human beings complain about their miseries. Human beings are restless because of their wrongdoings and run behind luxurious things. So today, human beings are running behind luxurious things. They want all the luxurious things in their life. Whereas animals are honest about their relations and don't give importance to a particular class. But animals don't want any luxurious things in their life. They are happy with what they are. They live a life which is full of honesty and less of greedy and jealousy. So animals live a very honest life and they are not jealous. Okay, student, that was a summary of the poem. Now I will read the poem. Please pay attention. I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied Not one is demented with the mania of owing things. Not one needs to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth, so they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me token of myself. They enlist them plainly in their possession. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago, huge times ago, and negligently dropped them? Now, students, see, look at the picture they have shown all the animals over here, and all the animals are very happy. Whereas this boy is a human being, looks so sad and keeps on thinking. Okay, students, I will explain the poem. Please pay attention. First, I'll explain. I think I could turn and live with animals they are, so placid and self-contained. I stand and look at them long and long. Let us try to understand the explanation of these three lines. Now here, turn. The meaning of turn giving to us something to transform. Placid. Meaning of placid is giving to us not easily upset. Or placid can also be calm and peaceful. And self-contained. Self-contained means over here self-sufficient. Now, let us try to understand what these three lines means. The poet says that he wants to live in the world of animals. Here, we can say that the poet finds the world of animals better than that of human beings. So, what the poet thinks over here that the world of animals is better as compared to human beings. He further says that he finds animals more peaceful than humans. So, according to the poet, what he feels animals are peaceful. He says so because animals are not running after worldly things like human beings. Here it means that how human beings keep on running after all worldly things. In the same way, the animals don't do that. They are calm. Who are calm? Animals are very calm and have no greed. Animals does not have any kind of greed for worldly things or any kind of achievement. They are self-contained. Who are self-contained? Animals are self-contained. Means they are happy with life and never interfere in the life of others. So animals, okay, don't interfere with other animals, but human beings interfere in the life of others. Humans have the habit of interfering in life of others. So poet thinks that animals are better than humans for being calm and not interfering in the matters of others. The poet further says that these are the reasons why he stands still and looks at the animals for a very long time. So the poet thinks why he likes to look at the animal for a long time because animals have got good qualities as compared to human beings. Now, let us see next line. They do not sweat and whine about their condition. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. They, they do not make me sick discussing their duty to God. Not one is dissatisfied. Not one is demented with the mania of owing things. Okay, so let us try to understand what these lines means. Now here, the meaning of sweat. You can see the meaning of sweat here means The animals don't complain. Okay, so it means not to complain. Whine means not to keep on crying. Make me sick. See here the giving make me sick. It means disgust me. Make me sick. And demented. Demented means mad. Mad of something. And last thing, mania. Mania means over here, craze. Now let us try to understand what these lines means. The poet says that unlike humans, animals don't complain of any misery. So who does not complain? Animals do not complain of any misery. They never cry out loud like humans do to show that they have lost. So animals don't keep on crying whatever is lost. They never stay awake in the night crying in repentance for their wrongdoing. So animals, they don't remain awake in the night and crying for their wrong things. This means that animals are different from human beings. So animals are totally different from human beings because they do not show anger or grief if something wrong happens with them. The poet further says that animals are very truthful. Okay, animals are very truthful because they never boast of their good deeds done in the name of God. So animals do not keep on boasting what good things they have done. The poet says so because most of the human beings do this, and human beings keep on boasting what good things they have done. Human beings try to show good deeds and diligence to others. They do so in order to gain popularity among their fellows. And human beings always keeps on telling that I have done a good things. Why? They want importance in their among their friends. So the poet thinks that animals never irritate him by doing such things to gain some praise from their fellow people. But animals don't keep on boasting like the human beings. So the poet likes animals. He feels that animals are not dissatisfied like humans. So humans are never satisfied in their life. They stay, they stay happy with whatever they have. Animals are always happy with what they have. Animals never run behind worldly things. So animals don't run for any luxurious things. They never try to possess things of comfort or luxury. He says that none of them is mad behind owning worldly things. So here the poet says that animals are not mad or they don't want to own any good things or any worldly things human as compared to human beings. Okay. Now next slide. Not one leads to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself, their events, them plainly in their possession. So, students, let us try to understand what this line means. First, let us try to understand the meanings. Now, kneels. Kneels means what over here? To bow down. Then, respectable. Respectable means over here to be happy and satisfied. Tokens. You can see the word tokens here. Tokens. Token means the qualities like innocence, simplicity, or contentment, like some values. Values like innocence, simplicity, contentment, and events. Events means to show. And possession. What do you mean by possession? Ownership of something. What you own. Now let us try to understand. the meaning of these lines. Here the poet says that he has never seen any animal showing his devotion to anyone by bowing. So here what the poet wants to say that animals don't bow to others. They never do so even for their ancestors, and they don't do for their ancestors also. They do not show devotion towards God like humans do. No one among them is more respectable or important as we have in human society. So in animal society, nobody is respected. They behave according to their own will. But in human society, animals to do some work from others, they keep on bowing in front of them. In human beings, rich people are generally given more importance and are treated with more respect as compared to the poor. So here the poet says, those who are very rich people, poor people always keep them bowing to them because they want something favors from them. Animals never give more or less importance to any other animals, but animals don't give respect to any other animal. Everyone in the animal world is happy. So in animal world, each and every animal is happy. They are not like human beings who find themselves happiest or the saddest person on the earth. So in animal society, everyone, nobody is happy or sad like the humans. Further, the poet says that animals are most honest in showing their relation with other animals. So, animals are always honest towards other animals. Here, the poet wants to say that animals use other animals as their food and they never try to hide this. Now, in animal society, animals try to eat other animals and they don't hide this. Whereas human beings show that they have nice and friendly relations with others, though the reality is opposite. But human nature, they show that they are very nice and have friendly relations, but it is all false. The poet says that he accepts the fact that animals are true towards showing their relation with animals. So here the poet says that animals are always true and show good relation with others. Let us try to understand next three lines. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way times ago and negligibly drop them? Now here tokens. Token means virtues like simplicity, and negligible means what? To be carelessly here, carelessly. Now let us try to understand the meaning of these three lines. So at last, the poet introspects himself and says that from where that animals got those good qualities. So the poet keeps on thinking, or the poet asks him the question that from where animals have got this such kind of qualities. He further questioned himself that where his own good qualities are gone. So he asked question to himself that where are my good qualities? Where I have lost my good qualities? Did he let them or had carelessly lost them somewhere? The qualities that were found in human beings in the past, like innocence, kindness, truthfulness, are now seen in animals. So, qualities like kindness, truthfulness, innocence, once upon a time, it was found in humans, but now these qualities are seen in animals. The poet wondered that humans gave up all these qualities and they have been passed to the animals. The poet keep on wondering that human beings have passed all these qualities to the animals, which once upon a time the same qualities what human beings were having. So students, I hope so. We have understood this poem. Now, your homework will be done. In your textbook, page number 44, do question number 2. On your page number 44, do question number 2. Then come to page number 47, do question number 1a, do question number 1b, question number 2, complete the following. Question number 3, state whether the following statements are true or false. Do it. Question number 4, write the difference between animals and human beings. Question number 5, on page number 48. Do it. Question number 6, examples of figures of speech. Do it. Question number 7, identify the figures of speech in the following lines. Do it. And question number 8, that is appreciation, that I will send it to you. Okay, students? Thank you.